All right. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. It is a wonderful session to have each and every one of you here. So join us for our amazing AMA today on the Buffalo Gems. And we have Bill Inman, who's going to be representing the Twin Protocol project. When you hear Twin, what actually came to my mind the first time I heard the name Twin Protocol was Twin Towers. And we all know what happened between the 9/11 and the whole thing. But this is different. And today we have Bill to talk us more on what the Twin Protocol is all about. Well, to start us off, Bill, if you could quickly give us a quick overview of yourself and your team, when you got into crypto, where you're from, that would be really, really lovely.
You bet. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate everybody's patience in getting the call started. We had this call, we had our timing a little bit different. I was driving to the office and was planning to be there an hour early so I could get set up for the call, but you got me in my car because it was an hour earlier than I thought, but all good. I'll talk about Twin from Antarctica if I need to, because there's so much to say. So my name is Bill Inman. I am in Las Vegas right now. We traveled quite a bit for Twin, but it's going to just be a gorgeous day here in Las Vegas. I'm originally from Los Angeles, and I've been an entrepreneur for many, many years. Before I got into crypto, which I'll give you a little bit of background on, I had raised over $200 million for idea stage companies in HR tech and talent and global talent, and had multiple exits there. In 2017, I found blockchain and was thrilled to do it because coming from an HR background, I knew that resumes weren't always accurate, embellish or exaggerate about what they did on it. So I created a business. We put resumes on blockchain. And then in 2020, I ended up selling that AI and blockchain business, which was private blockchain, not public, to job.com. And still in touch with them today. They're doing wonderful things with the technology that we sold to them. And then also that same year, 2020, I met Dr. Ben Goertzel of Singularity Net. A lot of you know Singularity Net. It's now the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, merged with Fetch and Ocean Protocol. And Dr. Ben Goertzel, who was one of the originators of the AI of Sophia the robot, who I've also worked with for 4 years, and on a path towards beneficial AGI, artificial general intelligence, we had an idea for Twin Protocol. And there still, to this day, is a big gap in the market that Twin Protocol is filling. We are providing the world with their tools for personal, decentralized AI. Long story short, tokenizing thoughts because they're just as valuable as crypto is. And there is a lot of value in that. We'll talk about that today. So in my journey, I've advised crypto projects and done a lot with blockchain, a lot with AI, and Twin Protocol is now launched. It's on both KEXs and that works. You can go to twinprotocol.com today and you can sign up to get your own twin, which we're going to talk about. So thrilled to get into the details. Thanks for having me. I see we have a nice crowd here and look forward to your questions.
Awesome. Just a quick one. I think your Wi-Fi is still a little bit glitchy. So I don't know. Maybe if you could change location if it's possible for you. I don't know. But it's just a little bit glitchy. Your voice were a little bit cracky a little bit.
That's
but
not
if
great.
it's not, if it's you could push forward.
Yeah, I can try to go off camera and come back on camera every so often. Is this any better?
It's a bit better now.
Okay. Less bandwidth with the camera, but I'll go on and off so you can see me every so often.
Yeah, okay. No problem. All right. So I appreciate your honest answer and the transparency in the way you talk about yourself and what you guys are trying to do. Now, I want to dive into the main project itself, which is Twin Protocol. Now, how did the name originate from, which is the Twin Protocol, and what really is the Twin Protocol? Like, based on the fact that, okay, let's take it this way. Say you're driving to work this morning, yeah, and then someone stops you up and is like, "Oh, I know you have seen your face on Twitter, and you're the CEO of Twin Protocol." Now, could you give what's the best way you could quickly describe what Twin Protocol is? Let's say in 2 sentences. What's the best way you could easily describe what Twin Protocol really is?
You bet. So we are storing and tokenizing your thoughts so you are ready for the AI to AI communication world that is fast coming. That's what we're doing. You wanted 2 sentences, I gave you 1. I can go into more detail if you like.
It's really nice. Now, we want to dive into full details on what Twin Protocol is all about. So the mic is all yours. You tell us everything you want to tell us about what Twin Protocol is all about, every detail, what you guys are trying to build, what's your plan for 2025/2026. The mic is all yours, Bill.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to go on and off camera here so we have the bandwidth. So Twin Protocol, I'm really excited to present it to you. And we're in a fast changing world. I mean, we have black swans every day. There's this challenge and that challenge and this technology, and the world is changing very fast. As a matter of fact, there's many studies that show that AI will add $15 trillion to the global economy. So the internet, adjusted for today's dollars, only added about $5 trillion to the economy. So 3 times the size of the internet will be available for all, and we should. Maybe some of you took advantage of the internet and started a .com and started and sold your company. Maybe some of you didn't. Well, now AI combined with blockchain is the great level set. This is the time where you'll be motivated and have the opportunity to create generational wealth or just improve your life. So on the other side of the coin, there are other studies that say up to 800 million jobs will need to be reskilled by 2030. That's over 12% of the global population that works. So we have this tremendous wealth coming, and we have this tremendous change. So Twin Protocol has been built to provide the tools to work with both of those issues, or opportunities, if you will. And so what Twin Protocol does, it allows a user to store information about themselves in a twin vault. The vault is all blockchain. Your data goes in, stored in an IPFS database to curate their thoughts, group their thoughts, permission their thoughts, and tokenize their thoughts. I'm going to go into that. This is much different than the world that we're used to. When the internet started, we used to log in Web 1. You log in with your email and a password, and we still have that technology. Then we started to log in with Web 2, which is log in with Google and Facebook and Amazon, and if you're around the world, you know, Alibaba and Tencent and everything else. So what happened in Web 2 is when we logged in, and every time we log in, we sign a user agreement. And that user agreement says, we'll take your data and we'll give you free stuff. Like Google gives you free, Microsoft Office and things like that. But they take all the data. And I have friends who work inside of these centralized big tech companies, and they can see every bit of data that you are putting out there today. So this is centralized Web 2. Well, Web 3, blockchain, the promise of Bitcoin, which really kicked it all off, and all of the other smart contract type layer ones and technologies is decentralization. So Twin Protocol is that tool. We plan to be the global lead in allowing people to store their thoughts on blockchain, which have value, just as much value as a Bitcoin. Your thoughts, our thoughts and our time, that's all we have in this world. So, and hopefully we're using them for good things, by the way. So a user logs into Twin Protocol, and you can go to twinprotocol.com. And of course, just to your question about the word twin and where we got twin, this is your AI persona. It's your twin. It's you. But it doesn't limit you. It's not just about twins. It's an infinite number of twins you could have out there. So you today, and I'm going to go into this. I'm going to stop in a second, regroup, see if there's any further questions. But you log into Twin today. You start to create your twin, and I'll talk about our path to. You create your twin. You upload a picture or a 2-minute high definition video of yourself. And we can have either an SD twin, which is like a photo, or an HD twin, as we call it, which is photorealistic lip-synced avatars, but they speak from your knowledge. Once you create your picture and or your video and your voice, then you start to upload documents about yourself. Could be blog posts, could be books you've written if you've written that, could be a diary, could be things you write right now. because we found that most people don't have a lot of information on themselves. And then once you upload that, you start to group those thoughts into topics. Maybe one for your work, one for your family, one for your hobbies. And then you can tokenize that. You can broadcast that to the world and allow people to access your brain for Twin token. So this whole process will be the norm. You will definitely have your own AI. They want you to keep using the LLMs, so you keep putting information in about you. That'll add information about the world to them, and they'll say, great, we know about you. We'll take care of talking to AI for you. No need to. And they'll charge you for it, and they'll use your data for whatever they want. Twin Protocol being on blockchain will allow you to log in with Web3 and keep the data for yourself. So I'll stop there. I have a lot more to say, but I just want to make sure that there's no direct questions before I go on.
Is with that, based on the fact that you guys have a lot that you guys are working with, and it's just mind blowing to understand the concept in itself. And I want to say a big thumbs up to you guys for what you guys have been able to build so far and down to this point. It's just amazing, especially with the fact that massively and with AI generation, reward assets, all of these things coming into play. It's just wonderful. But with the steps you guys have taken already, I say big thumbs up to you guys.
Thank you so much. I mean, we see this as a responsibility. This is something that there's a little bit of an echo now. That we see this as something that we are lucky enough to be leading in the blockchain/AI world today, and we are building this technology for all of you, on all of us, so that we have the opportunity to take advantage of that 15 trillion. Let me put the 15 trillion into perspective for you. 15 trillion is the size of the total food industry in the world. Every seed, every restaurant, every tomato delivery truck, that's how big of an opportunity we have. It's being created from scratch. So imagine if you were on this call, you had the finest, most busiest restaurant in your hometown. That's just one small part of the size of AI opportunity. So we have been working really hard for a year. We just launched our new Twin Studio. It allows you to educate your vault. Again, we have a Twin Vault. That's where you store documents about yourself. We're also very soon introducing users the ability to add images or videos, and then we can create training data from that. So you go into your Twin Vault, and with our new Twin Studio, you can have Twin create content for you. It looks just like you, a photorealistic twin. And it allow you just to say, write a blog post about travel for me. Done. It could say, write an email to Bob or Jane or Jose. Done. It looks like you. It sounds like you. So yes, there's a lot of great tools. We've made a lot of great progress, and we're lucky enough to be in the lead in this market sector.
That is amazing, really, really. I was about to actually talk about that and ask about the different aspects that the twin protocol to actually be implemented. Basically, in terms of customer service, what other aspects has actually been available, and what other aspects are you guys looking to expand twin protocol to reach?
Okay, thanks for bearing with me as I go on and off camera. I'm trying to give you a glimpse of me and then preserve bandwidth. So here's the thing. We're going into a world where humans, after eons and millennia of humans talking to humans, we're now in a world where humans talk to AI. People are working with LLMs. LLMs are talking back. People are creating AI media. So 70% of the internet now is AI generated, by the way. People are talking to media, it's AI generated. Well, we're quickly moving into a future where AI will talk to AI. So that being said, I have a question for you. Who's programming your AI for you? Nobody. We have to do that ourselves. If we don't have our AI speak on our behalf, then our AI will not be able to run the thousands of tasks that our AI should be doing for us on a daily basis, because that's what's going to happen. So with Twin Protocol, there are tremendous, every market, wherever humans communicate, that's where Twin protocol goes. The blockchain backs all that. I want to keep going back to that because that's really the mechanism for decentralization. So everybody on this call must educate their own AI about them, their goals, what they want in life, what they've done, their family. And then that's actually generational. They'll be able to pass that from generation to generation. So from an industry standpoint, you mentioned like customer service. Absolutely. So we have one twin that is a CEO who runs a $100 million US flooring company, like marble tiles and carpet and wood flooring. Now, he didn't have any information on himself, really. He had his LinkedIn post, but he doesn't have a biography or anything. But what he did was he uploaded about 100 product brochures, just product brochures, straight up, to the Twin Vault. Again, that's where you upload your information. And then he put a little bit of information about himself. He talked about himself for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then our team ingested can talk about what's the right flooring for different temperature or humidity or environments. Also, he's an English speaker, but he has a lot of Spanish-speaking installers. So his Spanish-speaking installers now can talk to him and his twin in Spanish. So we have over 37 languages available in Twin right now. Instantly, somebody who sells or delivers information around the world can speak in Arabic, even if they don't. They can speak in Mandarin, even if they don't. Spanish, French, Hindi. So it opens people up and allows people to communicate with the world because of AI. So people are using it for influencers. CEOs are using it for their products to communicate with their team. I use it. It creates blogs for me. If you go to my LinkedIn, Bill Inman, INMAN, you'll see shows that my twin runs for me. I run a show called AI on the Rise, and it does the entire show for me. I just watch the end result and make sure it looks good as posts. So influencers use it. It's already a link. We have another application we built with Deepak Chopra. Many of you know him, 97 books, world famous author. We've connected your personal IoT wearable devices like your Fitbit or your health watch. And then the twins can advise you that you're not reaching your goals, or you need to take a break and meditate, or your breathing is off and you need to take a deep breath. So the everywhere that humans communicate with humans is a use case for Twin. I'll stop there and see if there's questions.
Amazing. All right. Now, I hope you can hear me clearly.
Good. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, I hear you, and it is extent that the twin can actually go as far as running $1 billion company, to hosting shows, it's just mind blowing, and I would really love to get to see how much this twin actually does, and if possible, actually be a participant and try and use it. Maybe the next time we might be inviting Twin Protocol over for an AMA. Maybe my twin might be the one actually hosting the AMA with you. Who knows? And this is just really amazing with the concepts that you guys are taking. But then it does brings me down to, in terms of user data, because you did mention that you have to teach your twin what to do, how to do those things, the kind of person you are, what you like and stuff. And all of these user data are actually personal and are stored in the framework. Now, are there any governmental authorities that you guys are kind of sorry? So I was saying, are there any governmental policies that you guys have been able to secure some kind of license from? For example, the JIPA, which is the mainly for European countries, but if there are any for the countries in the United States and the likes, are there any available policies like that could really affect twin or licenses that you guys have been able to acquire to enable you guys to run projects like this?
Right. And so let me address everything you said because there's a lot of good stuff. Number one, twin is for everybody on this call. So when you say, I hope I can have a twin, you can have a twin. Go to Twin Protocol, sign up, and we'll start building your twin for you. Now, currently, and by the way, next time we do an Aviation Lounge show, we can have twins on. Matter of fact, I can give you your twin sooner than that. So that's the point. Go to Twin Protocol, sign up, everybody on the call if you'd like, and then you'll go into a queue. Now, what we're doing right now, and this part of it kind of addresses your license thing, is we're being very careful and we're curating and launching twins after approval. Shortly, we will be releasing what we call self-service twins. You create your twin, you launch your twin, it's on you. So first of all, from a security standpoint, so we talked a little bit about that. You want a twin? Great, that's what we're here for. Go to Twin Protocol, we'll work on your twin. Number two, we talked about, security, and then third, licenses. So let's talk about security. First of all, as I said at the beginning of the call, we're not centralized. So we're not asking you to give us your data so we can use it for something else. That's what big tech is doing. As a matter of fact, if you go to OpenAI's homepage, you'll see them mention AGI, artificial general intelligence. We're in the era of right now, artificial narrow intelligence. Next phase, artificial general intelligence. Phase after that, artificial superintelligence. Let me explain. And I'm still on your security question. So right now, artificial narrow intelligence, AI can do small tasks. Count this for me. Write this for me. Summarize this for me. That's narrow intelligence. But OpenAI and the other AI companies that are out there, they're collecting data. Matter of fact, let's just be honest. Many of these companies have just stolen the internet. That's the data they started with. And then now other companies are stealing their data. So it's a vicious circle. But they're taking data and their path is artificial general intelligence. That's when AI is as smart as one person in the world and possibly conscious. That's their big task. That's what they're in our retina and log in and take our information because we're contributing to that. After AGI, artificial general intelligence, is ASI, super intelligence. That's when AI is as smart as everybody on the planet at the same time. And that's going to be a different world, everybody. I don't have a lot of predictions for that. Read The Singularity is Near with Ray Kurzweil. He's an author that helped to coin these terms. And Dr. Ben Goertzel, who I work with too at Singularity Net, has played there. So that being said, you want to talk about security? Decentralization. So our whole premise is decentralization. We are built on blockchain. Blockchain is a tool of decentralization. Decentralization takes out middle layers, middlemen, middle people, middle businesses. So in this case, there won't be an arbiter between you and your brain. You'll upload your documents to our IPFS blockchain database and you own it. Then once it's in the database, you'll group it into logical groups. So we have some of this coming in a few weeks. As you sign up, you'll be able to log in. You'll be able to partition your data into your work profile, your family profile, your hobby, maybe your public speaking. And so that's important because as you group your brain, you can then permission those groups to people. You can say, this is my blockchain-based database. It's encrypted. It's not stored on a centralized server. And I want to share my work profile with these 10 people who I work with. I want to share my hobbies with these 20 people who are my friends. I want to share my family information with these 4 people. This is my family. And I don't want to share this family information until I pass on. That's your legacy. So from a security standpoint, you're putting it in blockchain. It's not being stolen by big tech, and you're grouping it and permissioning it. Next step, everybody on this call is the best in the world at something. You are. You're great at something, and the world needs to know about it. So you can have that I'm best at something topic, and you can release it on the future coming Twin Marketplace, and people can pay you Twin tokens for that information. So you'll be earning Twin tokens by releasing your information to the world. They can access it through various interfaces, the avatar, a chat bot, maybe even that will API your information into an enterprise. Show up. We already know what you know, and we're going to pay you Twin tokens. Go ahead and have a nap. So from a security standpoint, blockchain, first and foremost. As far as licenses, the last part of your question, This is decentralized like Bitcoin. And, you know, Bitcoin's whole goal was, look, no barriers, no middle people, just you and a peer exchanging Bitcoin. Of course, there are some custodial centralized exchanges that store your token, or your coin, I should say, in this case. But Twin Protocol is like that. It's decentralized. So it's your information, it's your responsibility, and we don't operate in places currently we don't have licenses. However, do we want to? Absolutely. We want to have billions of people to have twins. So we work through companies, and we're global, by the way. We work through companies, whether it be in Hong Kong or Saudi or in Europe or in the US, that use it within their own companies, within their own organizations. And we are working towards, you know, but since it's decentralized, that's not something we have to worry about. It's kind of like Bitcoin doesn't have a license, if you will. It's you owning your thoughts and you doing it with it what you want. I'll stop there.
You know, I was actually enjoying you talk, and I just wanted you to just keep talking and just continue. I just crossed my leg, and I just wanted to learn more about Twin Protocol and Twin Token, and it just really, really was amazing listening to you, and I really, really do appreciate it. Now, I know you talked a little about it, and I know that that's the main thing you've been talking about. But I had this main connection based on privacy concerns, yeah, because yes, you said that the individuals are the ones that kind of like train their AI, tell their AI what to do and the likes, but at the same time, these AIs were actually created by you, which means that if that AI is not actually what's the word? It's not actually behaving in this. Sorry, my internet kind of like caught me out. I hope you can hear me.
Now, yes, go ahead.
Okay, so now I know that the moment that a twin is not giving the exact response it's supposed to give or behaving the way it's supposed to behave, it's your duty to check it out, to notice it on your server and know that, okay, this particular AI is having an issue, this particular twin is having an issue, we need to fix it. But then how do you balance that at the same time, balance interactive engagements with privacy concerns when users are actually interacting with their AI twins?
Right. I'm going to try and talk with the video on. Stop me if it's choppy because the bandwidth is bad. But I'm going to try and talk with video on so you can see me talk. Okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Stop me if it gets bad. So, listen, first, I like talking about this stuff because we really want to help people. And this is the time when there's a reset in the world, in the global economy. Many of us look to crypto and go, that's my opportunity. That's where I can, you know, get wealthy or whatever. And many do, and many don't. So, but one thing's for sure is that everybody on this call, we're going to be around, and our thoughts matter. And we're all the bad things, whether it's me or Stacy, our CEO, or our partners, which we have a huge partner program. We want to empower you to go do your thing and then get part of that 15 trillion. So it's all that passion that comes from there. So with regards to curating your own data, so here's what's different about Twin than LLMs. Number one, we are connected to LLMs and we're LLM agnostic, meaning we don't care. And certain LLMs do certain good things. We mash that up. We have multiple LLMs in our system. We've created our own proprietary technology called Persona AI. It makes it more first person, like you. This is the key, though. When you educate your Twin Vault, and it's now an evolution. It's not something you do once and you're like, okay, I'm done, because we're changing as people every day. We're getting better, hopefully, right? And sometimes we're getting, you know, we're sad or depressed and we need to be better. So we need to maybe push our twin along faster to help us in the world, because our twin will talk on our behalf. I just want to remind you that. So when you curate your twin information and you put twin information in, you need to make sure that it has what you want. If something's from 10 years ago and I've done this in my twin, it's going to talk like the 10-year-old me. That's okay. 10 years ago, I was doing things differently than this. I can tokenize that and put that out there in the HR tech world. Remember, I was big in HR tech, human resources technology. And but now I'm more AI and blockchain. So the work profile of me today has a lot more information. So we constantly add new information. However, when you use Twin Protocol, it's just your information that the AI is pulling from. It's not ChatGPT. So many hallucinations, you've all heard that term, come from AI pulling information about famous world, maybe about Gandhi or something, but then mashing in something from a criminal. So it just takes information in general and aggregates it. Twin Protocol doesn't do that. It's just the information you put about yourself, and you need to make that better over time. So it's not going to hallucinate about some random topic because it's about you. So that's a huge first difference. It is a responsibility to keep your twin curated. Now, do I just do a twin about myself? No. You can create twins about a character you like. You could create influencer twins. So if you're in Delhi and you want to be like the travel guru of Delhi, but you're super shy, now you can create a twin persona, educate it with everything about Delhi, with information you own. We 100% don't advocate, breaking copyrights or stealing people's information. I just said that's what we're not doing. You can create your own micro influencer, and then people can pay you twin tokens, which you'll earn, to be the number one AI micro influencer twin, photorealistic AI avatar of you, if you like that, picture-based cartoon character, if that's better for you, and you can do that too. So you don't have to just curate about yourself. You can pick a topic, and we have people that do that. They're now starting to earn money by selling advertising to their twin and mentioning, certain restaurants. I'm in Las Vegas, so you all know Las Vegas. There's a lot to promote here. We do have one person here that wanted to just be the number one fitness guru twin in Las Vegas. We have twins of real estate professionals. So we're partnered with Angel AI, the world's foremost personal finance and real estate AI. They have 200,000 users. Most of those are real estate professionals. Imagine being a real estate agent with a twin. Talks about the schools in the area, what kind of houses are available, how much do they cost, and then takes you to the Angel AI mortgage calculator. Boom, you're right in that system. So with regards to your own twin, it's a responsibility to have but you've got to have a twin, everybody. If you don't have a twin, how's your AI going to talk to all these other AIs for you? It won't. So I can't stress that enough. But from a security standpoint, it's on blockchain. You group and permission it. And hopefully my avatar was okay with the sound.
It really was. And your internet connection actually improved drastically. Thank you very much. You talked about a few persons in Las Vegas, in LA, in Las Vegas, that are actually creating their own twin, and they're actually implementing it, and that is really mind-blowing, and it's good. But then this is going to be like my last technical questions before we get a few more and then some community question. Yeah, now what's the potential risk that could occur in terms of individual twins actually being hijacked or impersonated?
Question. Okay, so the first risk, and I've already said, is everybody on this call does nothing, and you don't create a twin of yourself, and you allow LLMs to take all of your data and they create a twin for you. Well, that's going to be like having no phone and no internet, because the world is already super accelerating towards AI everywhere, and AIs will communicate on our behalf. So number one risk, do nothing, and then you won't be able to communicate in the world, like no phone, no internet, because communication is changing, and within years, not decades. So with regards to the risk of hijacking twins and fake news and things like that, this is part of the twin vault. We're all going to need one place that we verify is us. So we have the twin ID. It's like a blue check mark for your own AI. And of course, we're working diligently to get there. We have a great team. We need all of your support. That's why, listen, you're on this call. This isn't another crypto project or any crypto project where it's like, buy our token, someday we'll have a product. This is a product for you that we all need to work together, because this is decentralization. So as far as the twin ID, when you organize your twin vault, this is your vault. It's stored in the blockchain. We believe you're going to want to do that once, and then this vault will talk to these thousands of other AI agents on your behalf. And people will know that it has the Twin Vault blue check mark. There would be KYC so that we can double enforce that. And then that's your protection. So if somebody looks at a picture of you and it doesn't have the twin ID, it's not real. We need that. We're going to need that type of governance over our own data, which we own, not a big tech on our behalf giving us a blue check mark, because that happens already in social media. And what do they do with the data? They're working towards AGI. So we need a decentralized area with a blue check mark where it's our data that we approve, that when our friends and family look at it, they go, that's I trust that. That's the Twin Protocol ID. So that is, that's where we're going. And now a lot of these things, we have our Twin release, we have our Twin studio, we have a product, we can put you in a queue right now, we can get you your Twin, you can start to use it, put it out to the world. So we plan on continuing. We want to be the #1 company because we believe we're good stewards. We want to be the #1 company in this area. And so the Twin ID is going to be your key to knowing whether you're looking at something that's real or not.
That's really, really nice. I like that. It's kind of like a blue check mark on X or a blue check mark on TikTok. That's good. That's really good. I like it. All right. One final question from me before we get some few community questions. I see my DMs already been flooded. Hands already flying already. So future plans. For 2025/2026, what's one thing you are trying to achieve right now before the end of 2025?
Well, great questions. First of all, thank you. And again, stop me if there's any bandwidth issues. I'm staying on a video here. So we have a lot of goals, and we have great backing. And we're launched on Uniswap and Bitmart. You can go buy Twin tokens there, and you can power your Twin with that. So one thing that we're releasing that is critical to everything that we're going, since it's blockchain, is we're releasing what we call the Twin membership program in just a few weeks. What that does is, in order for you to create your Twin, you're going to need to vault. We call it vaulting, or putting into your blockchain wallet, I guess, another way to put it for Twin, your vault Twin tokens. Once you have Twin tokens there, it'll be as low as the thousands. You'll be able to create a Twin. We're a billion token project. Of course, there's 8 billion people in the world. And in order to create a Twin, you'll need to vault, let's say, at least 1,000 tokens. So when we have 1,000 people vaulting 1,000 tokens, then we have 1,000,000 tokens. 1,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000 tokens that are vaulted just to get your Twin started. Now, I've already mentioned we have great partners, like ridiculous. I've already mentioned Angel AI. You can go to angelai.com and see that company, world leader in personal finance AI. We have partnered with them, and we have many, many partners. We have partnered with them, and their goal is, just the one partner, 1 billion twins. So you can imagine 1,000 twins with 1,000 tokens vaulted, that's 1 million. 10,000 twins with 1,000 tokens vaulted, that's 10 million. 100,000 twins with 1,000 tokens vaulted, that's 100 million. This is a billion token project. So, and we still need Twin tokens to power every single prompt and response. So one big thing we're doing is we're tying the Twin token to your vault. And the more storage you need for your Twin, the more Twin tokens you'll need. Now, people will be like, oh, so this is how you're going to get me. This is how you're going to make money. Well, first of all, we need to power the ecosystem with blockchain. You get that. But second, once you create a Twin, your Twin can make money for you. So all those tokens you can earn as well as you purchase on Uniswap or Bitmart today. And there's other centralized exchanges coming. So that's what you should plan on. This is not a mechanism for you to just, sit and wait. This is a mechanism for you to take your Twin and make money. $15 trillion of money. We're going to give access to that. We're going to find a way to get every individual power to that. So the membership program is number one. We have, and I'll make this one brief, we have multiple technologies coming out that we've built. But we have an SDK and an API. We want the world to build technology on top of our vaults. And then you can go do whatever you want to do with it. So yesterday, I talked to a friend, now a friend, who is well connected with a group of 60,000 personal growth coaches in the world through one author who has 90 books himself. We'll release this in a press release. So that one author has conferences, 10,000 people show up. They take that information and they coach. So we're working through partners and building custom apps they can use our software development kit, SDK, or our application protocol interface, API, and they can integrate it right into their app. So we have multiple, like Angel AI and these other partners I'm talking about. 2025, you'll see us put the twin out there and they'll run with it for real estate and finance and personal growth. And then some fun things we have coming, which I'm super excited about. We have little agents, we call them, which are just like mini apps. And your twin, for example, for those of you that are in LinkedIn, I know we have a global audience, your twin can go talk to somebody's LinkedIn before you meet them. You just have your photorealistic twin on one side of a screen and a LinkedIn profile on another side of the screen, the picture. And then your twin, knowing what it knows about you, can go say, what do you do for a living? Oh, we're in the same field. We went to the same school. We know the same people. And it's like doing a sales call for you before you even meet somebody. And imagine sending that to somebody. My twin talked to your twin. I'd love to meet you in real life. We seem to be in alignment. So we have these agents coming out that connect your Apple Watch to your twin. And personal trainers everywhere will be able to have their own twin that talks to clients based upon their Apple Watch information. So we have an exciting 2025. 2026, we want to help our partners grow and get to that billion twin number. I could talk for days about this part, so I'll stop there.
Wonderful, amazing. Thank you very much for that. And this was really, really amazing hearing you talk about Twin Protocol. It was really amazing. I love it. Before we transition to get some few community questions, are there any have talked on that you might really want to touch on before we push on to some community questions?
I didn't hear that. Is there anything else you want me to say? I'm ready to take questions, so we're good to go.
Oh, okay, no problem. I unmuted Kanuri while I have some text questions that actually been sent to me, but while I check through those text questions, I unmuted someone, Kanuri. Kanuri, can you hear us? Or can you hear me? Kanuri. Okay. While we wait for Kanuri, I had a question come in from Miluna, and she was asking, okay, how does Twin Protocol handle intellectual property rights when creating AI version of artists, musicians, and authors? You made mention about someone with books and stuff. So how does Twin Protocol handle intellectual property rights when creating AI versions of artists, musicians, and authors?
Right. Okay. Well, we all have IP. I keep repeating this, but we all, no matter if you're a musician, artist, or whatever, and the world wants to consume your content, we're all that good. So every bit of IP is important. So I make this comparison a lot. Today, we put our information into centralized big tech. Musicians put it into Spotify. Are musicians happy about Spotify? No, because they're not able to access the market where consumers go. They gate the money and they keep most of it. Now, Spotify says they paid $10 billion or whatever to artists, and musicians don't love that because it's taking their revenue stream. Yes. Was that a question? Or are we good? I'll keep going. So,
if you have anything more, you could talk. You could continue.
I do. So, with regards to IP, this is blockchain, everybody. It's decentralized. Remember, Bitcoin doesn't go into a bank. Bitcoin goes into a wallet, and then you send that wallet to somebody else. There are no middle people. So first and foremost, when you use blockchain, blockchain takes out all the security layers of your information. So we are a lot like Spotify. Spotify has creators and their content. Same thing with us, except it's decentralized database. So you're a creator and your thoughts are your content. So very similar to Spotify, but we're not gating that. We're making it very easy for you to off ramp from Twin and keep your data. That's fine. So when it comes to IP, it's on you. This is a decentralized blockchain database. You train your twin. You own your information. You group and permission it for people, not us. Our user agreement doesn't go into, leveraging your data for other things that we want to do. So we respect your IP. We want you to take your IP and join the $15 trillion AI economy and make a new life and a better life for yourself and your family, not take your data.
Really nice one.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Can I go ahead and ask my question?
Can you? We were actually waiting for you earlier. You can go ahead.
Um, all right. I'm very sorry about that. Bill, you have really done a very great presentation. I'd like to start by saying 2 days ago, I and a friend were just talking, and I was just telling my friend that could we have an AI that could literally do me on any platform without my presence? And I think that was exactly what you are just talking about right now. So it's fascinating to see you talk about this awesome project, and I really want to commend you and your team for this awesome project. However, my question would be again, let me really commend you for saying that for security wise, not holding back our data, which is quite makes it unique from other AI, big tech AI out there that collect data and store them. So, however, for me personally, my question would be that from where you have conceptualized this idea until where you are right now, what are the confronting challenges you have been able to overcome, and how were you able to do that together with you and your team? This will lead me to my next question.
And where are you from, if you don't mind saying?
I'm from Nigeria.
Oh, I love it. If you don't mind, whoever asks questions, I'd love to hear where you're from. You know, I'm lucky enough to travel a lot. I really love just working with global brains. I'm so, I'm in America, born and raised here, but and there's great people here. But it's just so wonderful to tap into people like you. And we really do care at Twin. We really want to build this technology for all of us. We want to do well in the world. Don't get us wrong, but we want to take everybody with us. So thank you for the compliment on that. So with regards to, the Twin and the Twin ID and things of that nature, it's really important that people create their twins and that their Twin ID represent them, and that there be one place where you can trust that basically you can go back to and say, that's a real twin. I know it's secure and what have you. So we're the biggest challenge, though, that we have is in crypto, because listen, before I got into crypto, I created a blockchain company that didn't have any crypto, private blockchain. I sold it to job.com because blockchain was the big deal. So in crypto, it's so hyper cluttered that a new token's released every 9 seconds. And most of those tokens are meme coins that actually will never have utility. And to be honest with you, even on the top 500 tokens on CoinMarketCap, how many really have utility besides DeFi? So our problem is, and you can see this in our, and I can't do anything about token price or any of that, but you can see it in volume and everything else. We launched our token. It powers your brain. It tokenizes your thoughts. That's a real thing. It makes your thoughts valuable and exchangeable for a twin token. And our challenge is getting through marketplace clutter. Now, I have no doubt that we will be able to rise to the top, and people will say, that token does something that helps me beyond what's happening in the industry today, which is, oh, I hope I can make a 10x on this token that doesn't do anything. Hey, people are doing well with that in their own way. So our biggest challenge is letting people know that there is a blockchain, tokenized blockchain, that tokenizes something fundamental, our thoughts. It allows me to own our thoughts, and then allows me to broadcast that to the world. And I can talk to 1,000 people in 37 different languages all at once. So our biggest challenge, getting through the marketplace clutter of meme coins so people understand that this token is really valuable and does something.
All right, thank you very much for that brilliant response. I really value that, and I really appreciate you for really taking your time to give a deep, clear explanation on how you've been able to come this far. However, seeing that you are the leader in these very products you guys are rolling out right now, what would be your response from you and your team, if in the future you suddenly see another organization or another product similar to yours trying to compete with you? What would be more like like an edge that keeps you top in the industry, as it were?
So I grew up playing sports, so I played American football and baseball. So my sports personality goes, "Oh, bring it on, let's go." But I have a better answer than that. So, sorry, someone was trying to dial in. So, listen, I'm going to give you my philosophy on AI and our philosophy at Twin and AI. AI is four things: compute power, algorithms, training data, and interfaces. Compute power, algorithms, training data, interfaces. Compute power. NVIDIA, countries, chip manufacturers, biggest companies in the world spending trillions of dollars. Pretty big moat. Hard to get in that market. Algorithms. Algorithms from LLM is an algorithm, and they're a dime a dozen. There are thousands of algorithms out there. We tap into those. Once you train your data, we tap into those and use them all. Part of our ecosystem. Training data. Centralized companies. Is anybody giving you access to have your own training data somewhere? Google and Drive, Apple, those are centralized. So we don't find a lot of competitors in training data. I'm going to talk more about that in a second. Yet. Okay, well, I'm not being naive. 4, interfaces. What's an AI interface? We get confused a lot with that. We just integrate with them. Avatars, chatbots, cars, which are AI, humanoid robots, other applications. So you have these 4 areas. We're not trying to compete in compute power. The biggest companies in the world are there. Algorithms, everybody and their mom are in that business. We're not trying to create algorithms. We're leveraging algorithms. Training data, wide open, especially decentralized. Interfaces, we use them. You train your AI, and then you take it to a photorealistic digital avatar. We're not building that business. We have partnered with D-ID, a leader in that business. Sometimes people go, I've seen this. I can get an avatar for less. Go ahead. What the point is, your twin is building this training data for you. We're going to make the blue check mark, and then everybody your twin talks to gets their own vault. So we feel very confident about our business model. We're not naive enough to think that nobody else is ever going to enter it. But we also have competed in big marketplaces, and people on our team, including myself, have grown companies from zero to billions of dollars. So there's also execution. Now, we're also coming from our heart. So we know that we want to do this with you. So we're talking, answering questions. You're on this call. Let's work together. We've got a tool we can work together on. That's the power of decentralization. So we will continue to work like crazy, like we're doing, to make this product better. And we will draft the entire world, if we can do it, to participate. And we already have ridiculous partners, some of whom will want to build 1 billion twins on their own. That's going to be that's our special sauce, coming from the heart, drafting the world, being first in this one area of AI that people think AI, they bundle. No, it's 4 things. That's my answer.
All right, thank you very much for the response. Bill, I have a request from you personally. I think I'm pretty much deep interested in working with you, and perhaps also bringing a couple of my network into what you are building, because again, this is a future prospect that positioning our investment into ELA enough is going to make us millions and millions of dollars, because this is not memes. This is like a product for like 10 years to come is still very much stronger and doing greatly. So I don't know, do I have the privilege of inviting you to my small group? We are just like less than 700 people, investor. You could just come and have a deep talk with us on this very thing, and let's see how it goes.
Well, listen, maybe there's one little girl in Nigeria that if we gave her a twin, she could change the world. So the amount of people in a group doesn't matter. It's who can we empower by giving them this tremendous tool of their AI talking to other AI to spread good. So listen, I love this stuff, and I really love working with good people, and this is global. And we only have so much time. 2030, $15 trillion of money is flowing into AI by 2030. 15 trillion,
Absolutely.
800 million people are going to need to be reskilled. Let's work together. So happy to do it. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
All right. So could I possibly just send you DM so that we can make arrangement for that? And by the way, I'm just buying my token also for Twin. So the question I have in mind right now is if I have to just make money with Twin,
Cannot,
because again, buying Twin and making money with Twin will be one of my goal right now, because again, you're building something that works. So positioning my investment and making money with my investment in Twin is what I'm really looking forward into. So what is that pathway that I could possibly explore to make money with Twin, my Twin token?
Well, before I answer, I'll let the moderator chime in here because I know that they wanted. So go ahead. But thank you for the question.
Yeah, sorry, Canary, that you had a really, really amazing questions. Thank you very much. But we're actually running out of time and we still have a lot of persons. We actually want to also allow Bill to get to work because I think he actually made mention of it. He was actually on his way to work this morning and we had to like drop him out of the road. But Bill, if you could actually like send him a message later on, that would be really lovely. Like get his question answered. Thank you very much. I will just get one last question because we are actually running off. Chris, if you're there, if you could make your questions really brief and one question, please. Thank you very much. Would be really appreciated. Hi, Chris.
So, I'm doing great. How you doing, Miguel? Hello, Bill. How you doing? It's
Good.
been
Where are you from?
I'm from Rwanda. Some stuff. It's a great pleasure to meet you. There's something I want to tell you because I see no fault in your project, but there's one thing I just want to tell you because I want to congratulate you. I want to say a big shout out to you for the great way you're presenting your project. You're presenting it with such passion and like from your heart. So I'm gonna say a big thumbs up for you for the way you present your project. I don't have much to say, but I just have some questions in regard to your AI features because the main reason why I'm interested in AI is because I make use of it every single day. Like my decision making, every single thing I do is based on AI. There's something else I want to do. I'll just be like, okay, let me just go over to ChatGPT. It's gonna give me what I want ASAP. The problem is solved. You get it. So seeing what you guys are solving, I think is gonna impact in a lot of lives, and it won't be a problem if you guys are doing this and getting the right persons involved in it. So my question I want to ask is, you guys said you guys are making a twin for for that was gonna offer solutions to every human being. You get like you guys creating a twin. I don't know because I did join the AM Elect. You get. Are they gonna be like maybe? Are they not gonna be like a sub? Like bugs disturbing it maybe in the production. I don't know if you get my question. Have you guys done your proper check making sure there's no like hackers hacking into it or something like that, or making it more secure, more convenient for users to use?
Right. Well, again, I'll just state, thanks for joining. If you join late, I'm in my car because I thought we were doing this an hour later, but I don't really care. Like I said in the beginning, I'll talk from Antarctica. Thank you for your patience, everybody, and hopefully my internet connection was good. With regards to, so our token's audited by Hacken, and Hacken is like one of the #1 crypto auditing agencies in the world. We'll continue to infuse, and by the way, we're using IPFS blockchain. We'll continue to infuse the best of breed security into our system so that it's unhackable. But again, before we launched the Twin token, it was audited by Hacken, Hacken. You can look them up. So we are very careful. We have not released self-service twins yet because there is a danger of making sure that people don't impersonate other people's AIs. What self-service twins are, it's when you create your own twin, like start to finish, beginning to end. So we have curated twins right now. We're approving them. We are adding KYC because we don't just want people to go abuse the technology. On some other avatar technologies, people actually started to fall in love with the avatars. So we want to be very careful about what we do with that. So the answer is yes. We've already infused audits and we're on blockchain and we're doing a great job. We continue to do better. You know, what part of what we're doing is getting this project momentum so that we are one of the biggest companies in the world, and then we can do this from a decentralized standpoint. There, you won't find many utilities, meaning like token utility, that cares about people this much, and we need to make sure that we make it really secure along the way. So I guess lastly, that's my answer. Lastly, great to Rwanda. It's awesome. It's great to hear. First of all, I'm always amazed by how well people speak English in the world. It's ridiculous. I go everywhere in the world. I'm like, this is easy. And how smart everybody is. So thank you so much for the intelligent questions here, including yourself.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure. Like I said, I don't see any fault in your project because if I do, I will just go ahead and tell you. So your project looks good and every single thing you guys are building looks amazing. So thank you very much. It's a great pleasure speaking with you.
We're doing our best. There's only we're an early stage company, so you know how that goes. We have to make sure that we conserve resources. We're telling you how heartfelt it is and where we're coming from. It's a worthy project. We're just stewards of it. The team, we know that this is big. That's why we're making something everybody takes part in. Thank you for the compliment.
Thank you so much, Chris, and thank you each and every one of you for tuning in to another AMA session here. We should be having another in a couple of hours from now, just to confirm with the team. But thank you so much, Bill. Thank you each and every one of you. Thanks to your team. Thanks to Dawn. Thanks to big shout out to JK for creating the group and having each and every one of us talk through freely. Thank you. Any final words you might want to leave with the community or the investors? Now will be the time.
Final words from me would be, this is for all of us. Twin Protocol is a fantastic company. We're proud of it. We have a long ways to go. We're not egoistic about it. We know that we need to keep developing. I say that, but also it's for all of us. We're looking for help. We're partnering with people to get the Twin technology out there, building whole businesses around it. We're doing our best to support everybody. We want to hear from you. So please consider this a project that you can take part in, and we want your help.